Thank you, Count Corlett. Taoiseach, I want to return to the issue that you tried to brush off as raised by my colleague, Deputy Matt Carthy. And I just want to ask you two questions. If you could confirm for the House that the CAP budget is to be cut by 9% in constant prices when compared to the last 7-year multi-annual financial framework. Can you just answer us yes or no? Is it as a matter of fact that there will be a 9% cut by comparison with the last 7-year MFF programme? And secondly, Taoiseach, the Commission's original recovery proposal was for a 15 billion package for rural development. That has now been halved to 7.5 billion. Can you confirm for the House that that is in fact the case?
Yes, in relation to the 15 billion to 7.5 billion, which was in the fund, the recovery fund element and resilience fund, there was two tranches of that during the talks, which were extremely difficult talks, and the first would have resulted in a reduction of 124 million for Ireland over 7 years, and the second cut of 2.5 billion, which makes the 7.5, would have brought it up somewhere closer to 200 over the 7 years. Now, I went back to the President of the Council and made it clear that wasn't acceptable to us, and we got a special allocation under the MFF of 300 million over the 7 years, which will more than adequately cover the proportionate allocation we would have got from that fund, because obviously it's 27 countries over 7 years. So I think we've dealt with that in terms of the 300 million allocation we received in terms of dealing with it. Now, in terms of the cap, obviously there will be calculation of figures between current and constant pricing. But I think overall, I think cap has been protected. There will be more flexibilities within cap. No, sorry. Yeah, but I said I'm not going to go into the detailed calculations now. We will discuss. So I know, of course they do, always do. But I'm not going to. Yeah, but I'm not going to jump into the thing with specific, because I think yes, and so do we. And look, there was 3 key elements for us. One was the common agricultural policy, which we've protected. Secondly, getting a special Brexit reserve fund of 5 billion to be used for. But that's very important to farming. But that's very important to farming, because farming will be one of the areas affected.
No,
I apologise, I can't.
Debate on the matter, Deputy Allen.